Question about that. So let me connect my motion sensor again. Okay. And can I get you to, Ice, can I get you to give me some motion?
刚刚讲的是那个实验，如果有兴趣看 RLC 实验哈，那个电子学里面有哈。
Okay. So let's just get some motion up and down my track here. Very nice. Okay. So let's say I want to curve fit that. There's the curve fits available. So I have many curve fits I could choose from. Anybody want to take a guess at which one that one is? Quadratic. All right, so there's my quadratic. Ah, but look at that. Like my parameters don't look like they're quite matching very well, right? They don't look like my fit's doing that great of a job. Once again, this is another place in Capstone where we heard from teachers, from students, you know, I'm using your curve fits and I don't quite get them to match up so well. Well, we have a built-in curve fit editor. So now teachers can come in and they can actually modify what the initial guess is for those components. So we're kind of, once again, making students think more, okay, it's quadratic, the shape looks right, but what do you think these variables should be, right? What do you think these functions should be, right? So I can seed these values inside of it, and I can ask you, what do you think these variables should be? What is A, B, and C in a quadratic equation of motion? There's a velocity in there, right? There's a distance in there, right? So I could kind of start having students, there's an acceleration in there, right? So which one would A be? All right, doesn't matter. Maybe they don't know. All right? Yeah. So maybe they just type a number in there. Let's say that we think it's 9. All right, well I can say, my initial guess is going to be that's 9. Does that help it? That still looks like it's a little bit off, right? Or maybe my guess is 10, right? Okay, so I can actually, or maybe it's 100. Maybe they don't know, 1,000. They don't know what it is, right? So I can actually see how these initial guesses are affecting the shape of the computer trying to calculate the fit. Or if they're really certain about it, let's say they really know that my teacher told me it was 9.81. Well, they can lock that in there, right? Well, maybe my teacher didn't know what they were talking about, right? Because that one doesn't look like that's right either. So they can actually go through and lock in their parameters of their curve fits as they go in. One other quick thing I want to show while we're talking about the graph. So let's, there's an undo button, by the way. So the last thing I want to show you is earlier Michael was looking at position and velocity. So let's go ahead and add velocity in here. And this is another feature that was introduced in Capstone that Data Studio doesn't have. And let's go ahead and add acceleration too. So here's acceleration. Some of our teachers were coming to us and they were like, you know, we like using your sensors, but things don't always look too good, right? Sometimes it's hard for my students to understand what's going on because they see this bumpiness, this noise in there, right? Well, we've taken that and we've brought in a smoothing bar. So teachers can dynamically drag, smooth out the data, and get rid of that noise right inside of the experiment, right?
It's cheating.
It's cheating. Right, but it's what our competitors always done, right? People come to us and they're like, well, Vernier's motion sensor looks better than yours. It's the same sensor, it's just their software automatically smooths it. Theirs smooths it built in. We've never smoothed our data. We've always provided you with raw data. So now we're giving you that tool to go through and smooth it, just in case you want. In case you want to, you don't have to. Okay, it's just a tool in there for you.
So you just add several pins before and after it.
It's going through.
Running smooth.
Exactly, it's a running smooth. It's a running average. So it's going through and just looking at a chunk of data points around it and recalculating that data point.
我跟各位讲一下，因为上次我刚才前面的报告，它就是发了我那个报告。你看上面我做的实验，那个是斜坡的，我那个报告是圆弧形。那我们的学生做的那个速度时间关系图，第二个在蓝色的部分，你看就很斜线不错。那下面那个是加速度，你看，刚刚他们在笑说啊，你怎么好像在骗我们一样？不是，他是把它整理一下，因为它这个软体的功能很强。 那可以把它大部分把它整合一下，变成一个平滑的曲线等等。这没有关系，是教学里面讨论的很好。
All right. And I guess while we're at it, we'll go ahead and talk about our statistics. So we also have statistics built in, so teachers can come in and look at statistics. We have a new way of showing statistics. It actually draws lines across so students can instantly see what the mean, the max are of their data.
这是统计里面最大最小值标准标准差等等，它都给你做出来。
Right. So once again, trying to do all those conversations around what is position, what's velocity, what's acceleration, trying to allow students to go through and see exactly what's going on so that they have more chances of making that real world understanding, that conceptual understanding of what's going on. Okay, so that's SparkView and Capstone. Thank you for putting up with my hour of demos. Hopefully that sparked some ideas for you to kind of want to play around later. So if you have any questions or stuff you want to see later, stop by. Questions?
In Data Studio, you can select a region that it will highlight the region and only do the fitting in that region.
Yep.
I didn't find the icon here.
Okay. So there's our position. We're going to turn on our selection tool.
This one.
So there's our selection. So now I can control which region it's actually going to apply that fit to. So let's say we only are concerned about fitting that region. All right, so there's a, oh, you wanted a quadratic, right? I don't know why I put it. Sorry. So there's our quadratic fit. That looks really nice.
Really nice.
刚刚这位教授问的是说，我可以把一部分拿出来，找出它的最适合的方程式，把它选出来。这个很重要，因为这个在台北我在听科展高中生很多搞这个玩意儿，就是把一个最适合的方程式把它显示出来，再做讨论，来去参加科展等等。
I skipped the fun part. I skipped the iPad.
他现在是说我不要用这个东西，我可以用 iPad 做东西他用就更高科技的一个界面来处理这个事情。
I'll show you that. That'll be my last thing I did, and I promise I'll let you go to lunch. So this is our iPad out, just coming out, just coming out in the stores today. Do I need to wave my hand? There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So this is our iPad out. It's connected right now to my Bluetooth Airlink. This is my Bluetooth Airlink. It's got a couple different built-in sensors, so you can see it has built-in support for the cameras. It's got the built-in accelerometer. Right now I have it connected to my non-contact temperature sensor. Let's see if I can get it to recognize my non-contact temperature sensor. Maybe. Let's launch that again. Looks like it went to sleep on me. There we go. So the non-contact temperature sensor is the same temperature that you'd be taking. We have a wide variety of temperature sensors. This one is unique in the sense that it doesn't have a temperature probe, right? It's actually using infrared to measure that temperature. Okay, so let's make a graph. So I'm just like SparkView. Notice everything is just like we saw earlier. So I can go ahead and select the measurement, hit show, go ahead and take a look at the graph. And let's go ahead and scale it for me. So here's my temperature.
他现在做的是无线的用个 iPad 就可以做，然后可以放在各地方都可以做，比我刚才讲还要好。
Here's an easy question for you. Do you think my head's warmer than my chest? Yeah? Do you think? Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely warmer.
他的脸比较热
Do you think the floor is cooler than my head? Yeah, probably. It's the floor. Right? So real easy, quick temperature measurement, and it's completely wireless, right? So I can pass this around the room. Maybe you want to compare your temperature to mine. All right? So all those features of SparkView that we saw earlier are available right inside of the iPad.
你把前面那个对准到某一个地方就看出你现在温度是几度。
And see if you can beat mine. I doubt you'll be able to beat mine right now.
你们用的时候最好是对准后不要断动然后这样可以马上就比较平均一点，比较好看一点。
All right. And this works with any of our sensors. So we have over 70 Passport sensors. This works with all of them. The current version of the iPad app works with 2 Airlinks. So I can have 2 measurements simultaneously going on inside of the iPad. Okay? So that's the iPad. Really excited about that. And I can't talk about iPad without also talking about Android, especially here in Taiwan. And I'm supposed to point out this has Aces on it, right? That's what you told me to do? Okay.
这先用 Android 的系统哈来做给你看哈。他说这个是台湾做的很好啊，怎么样怎么样。
So this is a new tablet, just came out in the U.S. by Google, and it's running the same thing, right? Same version of SparkView, built-in acceleration sensors. This one actually has a built-in microphone, so it's using the onboard microphone for the sound level sensors. So it's running all the same experiences on the iPad, same experience on my computer, same Spark Lab. So if I make a lab for my computer, I can move it over to my iPad or my tablet. All right, this one's not out yet. This one will be coming out roughly in about 4 weeks, we hope. It's about a month. We hope to have the Android version out.
他现在用了电脑，还有那个 iPad， 还有这个这么新的东西。他说这个东西大概4-5个礼拜还会在市场出现。
All right, but I'll sell this to you if you'd like. You like this right now because you can't buy it in Taiwan, right? This is only available in the U.S.
I'm not quite sure. How did you get that?
I got this one in the U.S. I went to the market over here. They didn't have it.
光华商场去看，这光华商场还没有卖这个东西，但ASUS的华硕已经在美国有这个玩意儿。
Yeah. So that's all of our different tablets. Once again, please ask any questions. If you have any, you want to see more, I'll be glad to show it to you. And once again, thank you for your time. All right. And
那个Paul，等一下我餐。